next game I'll show you is another game that I picked up really cheap as well. I believe this was about £5. I never really wanted to. Actually, I think it was £4.50, brand new, and it was a game that I was always quite interested in, or a compilation I was always quite interested in. But I didn't really want to pay the money that it was going for, even when it came down to about a tenner. And it's the Dreamcast collection on the 360. I do like retro compilations, but all these games were kind of like they were available on Xbox Live at some point, so it's really a compilation for people that didn't, pick up the games or don't have an internet access. Is there anyone who doesn't have an internet access who's got a games console now? I'm sure there will be. But I'd already picked up Crazy Taxi on this compilation, so it consists of Sega Bass Fishing, Sonic Adventure 3D, and Space Channel 5 Part 2, as well as Crazy Taxi. Already picked this up on, as a download, so to get the other 3 games it had to be a good price, and for the price I got it for, it was a really good price. Loved Sonic Adventure, had that on the Dreamcast kind of like from day one. Never played Sega Bass Fishing, but always quite fancied it, and I've never played Space Channel 5 either. So for me, this compilation was great when it came out. Graphically, the game's trying to show their age. I think there's a bit of charm in actually going to the game select screen, because it's just kind of like, you can tell it will pull together in maybe a day or something like that. It's really quite cheap. It's a game selection screen, but once you actually get into the games themselves, really good. Sega Bass Fishing's brilliant. I'm really enjoying that, and that's quite an admission to make, really. Crazy Taxi's great. Sonic Adventure looks fantastic too. Actually, Sonic Adventure stood the test of time, so yeah, great compilation. If you see it cheap, pick it up, because it's a lot of fun. Okay, I'm just filtering out the games here that are in the pile that I've either actually shown or I'm going to put in another video. Right, this was another game that I picked up dirt cheap. It was £2.50. There we go. Red Ninja, End of Honor. Heard it's a distinctly average game, but graphically it looks quite interesting. Really kind of quite like the artwork as well on the game. The manual's shit, absolutely shit. But one I want to see, just one, cheap enough. Just wanted to check it out. Right then. Where do I start with this one? Okay, yeah. This was one that Liam Donovan sent me through. He's got a YouTube channel, you might want to check it out. Complete and utter Zelda nut. A really good guy. He picked this one up as a duplicate, and we were talking on Twitter, and he sent me it through. Really nice guy. If I think I'll put a link to his videos on this video. Marvel Ultimate Alliance he sent me through on the PS2. Not one I've tried yet. Looks really interesting. So really nice nick as well. Thanks, mate. And I'll give that one a go. My PS2's set up at the moment, so I'll give that a test before I pack that one away. And this is a game that I picked up when I showed you Dead Space earlier. This was the Dead Space Extinction, is it? Extraction, sorry. This was the other game that I picked up for in the 2 for £10, and it's Guilty Gear 2 Overture. Another fighting game that I like the Guilty Gear series. This is quite a bit different from the normal Guilty Gear series. It looks a bit like some kind of stadium type fighting game where you're running around in 3D, maybe more like a beat 'em up. But again, it's always been quite expensive, and I saw it for this price and just had to pick it up. This is a 505 Games release, and it's originally an Arc Systems game, who, you know, they make great fighting games, and lovely full colour manual. Still not giving this one a go. I've loaded it up, make sure it works, but not played it yet. So if I have some thoughts about it after I've played it, then I'll let you know. Okay, this is another game that I've been after for ages, but it's always been too expensive. Even kind of used, it's been about £15, £16. I mean, you can pick it up online for 19, but I got this in the game sale when game kind of like, yeah, basically kind of just died relatively recently, and then was, you know, came back Phoenix-like. The couple of weeks before they actually went into administration, they were doing just absolutely crazy sales, and I picked this one up in that sale. It's more or less half price, and it's Konami Arcade Classics. Picked this one up because it's got a port of Gradius on it and a port of Twinbee as well. So it's a real one for shoot 'em up fans. I think there's another shoot 'em up on here as well. Let's go through what we've actually got on here. There's loads of games. Scramble, yeah, the genesis of the Gradius series. Tutankhamun's on there, which looks like a bit of a adventure game. Puyan, Time Pilot, that's another shoot 'em up. Rock and Rope, International Track and Field, Circus Charlie, Super Basketball, Road Fighter, Ya Kung Fu, Twinbee, Kicker, which looks a bit like, what's that? It looks like Ya Kung Fu, I think. Anyway, Gradius, Russian Attack. It's an absolute classic. I love Russian Attack. And Contra as well, so I'm a Konami fan. That's a great compilation. Worth the entry fee for Twinbee alone, I think. So one worth looking out for if you can pick it up, shoot 'em up fans. And yeah, I don't want to show you that one. This one I picked up for, I think it was £8. Splinter Cell trilogy. The last Splinter Cell game actually on the 360 really enjoyed. And I've got a thing about these classics HD series. I'm going to try and pick them all up at some point, and this was really cheap. So I'm looking forward to giving these a go. I never give them a go kind of like when they came out, just because I wasn't a huge fan. I was a Metal Gear fan, and I always thought these were a bit, I don't know, they were too serious for me. I liked both kind of like the fiction and the fantasy of Metal Gear. So I was never interested in these, but I am now. So I'm looking forward to playing that one through. Right, these are two games that are quite unusual games. They're two games that were developed in India, and they weren't really for this market, but they kind of found their way there. I think they're going to be kind of future rarities, but one of them is, one of them isn't, I'd say. So there's Desiada there, Games of India. So that's like it's a compilation of Indian games. What we got there? Gilly Danda. That's a cricket type game. The game on here called Kite Fight. Pachisi. Kabaddi, which we all know if you're a certain age and you used to watch Channel 4. And a strategy game called Goats and Tigers. So very Indian themed games. The PSP version of this is quite common, and you can pick this up on eBay for brand new for about £1.50. but I just got this as a curiosity, to be honest, and I've heard it's not actually too bad. It's an Indian game, but this one's released in the European Union, and it's quite uncommon to find this in the shops, so that's why I picked that one up. This one is just plain unusual and quite rare, and not rare, but quite kind of difficult to get in this country. And it's a game called Hanuman Boy Warrior. Now this is a specifically Indian market game made by an Indian company. I think someone told me that it's actually the first game that was purely developed in India. That's probably wrong, but yeah, one that's quite tricky to get, and you can only actually really buy it from people in India as well. By all accounts, the game's pretty average. I've had a quick go of it, and it's shit. So it's just one for the collection, just a curiosity. You might want to check it out. But that's the end of this video. Yeah, I'll break the other videos down into shorter videos, and you'll see why, because they're very specific. So there's probably shmup related video in this as well. Maybe next part. But thank you all for watching and bearing with this hideously long video, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.